out of the 18 political parties in Nigeria have threatened to withdraw from the February 25 and March 11 general elections in Nigeria over the Naira redesign policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. They held a press briefing today called the Coalition of Chairmen of Political Parties, where they commended President Buhari on the redesign of the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira bank note. In fact, some of the parties have since gotten an injunction that you can see on your screen from the court to stop the CBN from suspending the policy. You can see there. Well, earlier today, 3 states have gone to court, dragging the federal government before the court, Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara State, over these Naira policy matter. Let's get to talk to one of the political party leaders who held a press conference. I'm being joined tonight on the program by Kenneth Udenze. Thank you so much, Mr. Udenze, for joining us tonight on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Sheon.
Yeah, so you got an injunction of court today.
Sure, certainly, absolutely.
Is it 14 or 13 of you?
We have to get 4 political parties out of the 13 political parties to quickly get to court, because what we had, the press conference we had today, was an emergency. And because of the situation and what is happening in the country, we quickly have to put our acts together, push 4 out of the 13 to go to get this injunction today, and we're very happy about that.
So the court granted your prayers?
Definitely the court granted our prayers. The Justice Enoja, chair of FCT High Court, granted all our prayers. So Nigerians should go back home and sleep and get sure that nothing will happen with respect to issues of hoarding of the Naira notes. So it is over, and the issue that has to do with the 10th of February deadline of the CBN remains sacrosanct based on this order we had today.
So that injunction, it's effective for 7 days.
It's effective
because
for 7 days.
Because it's an FCT High Court.
Exactly.
So until the substantial case is now being heard in
being
court.
Determined, exactly.
Now, let's look at the reason why you went to court.
Okay.
Why did you have to resolve to that?
Yeah, we have to resolve to that. Well, we have to look at it from the political angle, because less than 19 days to the election, every political party in Nigeria is working hard to make sure they gather the necessary votes to win election. And anything that can deprive us of that, we have to make sure, as politicians, to make sure that it never holds. And what is going on, in the polity is very, very appalling. If you look at out of the 18 political parties, only 1 political party is against the CBN policy. And we looked at it, and based on some of the permutations we have, because just like the minister that just left your studio now, they keep talking about winning an election. It's not going to be as business as usual, because definitely APC is going to lose the election. A lot is going on the ground. We are working seriously between the PDP and the Labour Party, Action Alliance, name other political parties. It is either, it can be any other party, but not APC, because they have caused a lot of damage to the country. That's why we have to go to court, because they are pushing. You mentioned 3 governors that went to court today, but we are smarter. We have to go and get this injunction today, so that Nigerians can, be sure that they have other parties apart from the APC government, apart from the APC political party, that can actually give Nigerians what they want.
So this is about politics, actually?
Yeah, it's all about politics.
So not really about the Nigerian people?
It is also, if you talk about politics, talking about politics, talking about good governance.
It's all about... You know the reason why I asked the question?
Okay.
If it was about the Nigerian people or not. And I'm asking, either APC, PDP or Labour Party, the big question here is the average Nigerians who are not even card-carrying members of any political parties are the ones bearing the brunt. They're the ones spending long hours on queue. In fact, if you ask your bank to give you money, they'll tell you, this is just how much we can give you. We don't have enough cash. So this is the suffering of the average Nigerian, not about the political elite. Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm asking. So is this lawsuit about the average Nigerians who cannot get this money? Because if you say that's the reason for going to court, yes, that has to be substantiated, isn't it?
It is also about the average Nigerians. Our going to court is about for me to even come here, it takes me time to able to get money from POS before I got a black market somewhere, before driving down to this place. So everybody is suffering the brunt. There's no better time than now, When do you have to, postpone the doomsday? So the best time is now.
So, yeah, okay. So I'm looking at the policy.
Okay.
The technicalities of that, of deploying this money and all of that, for those who are the school of thought of increase the deadline so that Nigerians can have more time. Did you think about that? What's your position or response to those?
If you look at from 31st of January, it has been extended to the next 10 days. And if you look at the people that have been going to bank to deposit money, we have our intelligence. We have been sending people across. And we found out that most Nigerians are no longer depositing money. The people who are afraid of all this are those that have stashed money somewhere and looking for, it's not ordinary Nigerians. There are money. The only thing is that we've been able to get this order today, at least getting all the banks. It's about 27 banks for them to release instead of collecting all the funds and sending it and starting it to politicians. Most of the money that has been released by Central Bank of Nigeria, by our understanding, have been hoarded by some of the parties, particularly APC. So a lot of things is happening, and the only way we can stop this is by going to court, and we've been able to achieve this. So there's nothing anybody can do about that. It is 7 days. The 10 days, we have actually been caught by those politicians who think they can use money to buy votes.
What are the facts on this scenario?
We have our facts.
What are the facts?
And it's a privileged communication. A lot is going on. There is a plans to start demonstration by Thursday. We have this intelligence.
By who?
By some of these governors who have run to Buhari to see what they can do to make sure that this policy is being extended.
Now, you said earlier that this is about politics, and you said you people would like any other party aside APC to win this election.
Absolutely.
Give us talk more about that.
Yes.
Why so?
Why so? Nigerians have seen it all. For the past 7 to 8 years now, rounding up from the APC government all the promises they made to Nigerians, what are we seeing today? Nothing is going on. Nigerians are crying, just like you're talking about all these policies. Look at the fuel queue. Talk about the ASO strike that just ended. Look at the NSAS. Look at the palliative that governors touched at their various states during the COVID-19 palliative. The APC government have nothing. They have nothing to show off. I mean, when you consider some of the people that are even contesting this election, can you compare the APC presidential candidate with that of other political parties? That is why some of us, we are working to see how to form government of national unity, which APC as a party have refused on themselves. They feel that it's winner takes it all. But some of us who belong to other political parties, we are also working, we are discussing at that level, both at the level of talking with the P2B movement, the Atiku, PDP, and every other political party. What we are talking about is government of national unity. When one of these parties win election, definitely call every other patriots together for us to work together and build a nation of our dream. It is not all the making of empty promises. Look at what we are facing in Nigeria today. That is the reason why some of us have come together to make sure we work hard politically to push this government out of power. And that is also our interest. And that is what we are doing.
What options are left for Nigerians? Those who are going to the poll on the 25th. What are you telling them tonight?
What we are telling Nigerians tonight is for them to look at where we are coming from, where we have been today and where we are going. It has not been rosy. It has been terrible. And the best option for us is for us to look at, because in a few days to come, they say 24 hours is a long day in politics. In a few days to come, there's going to be a lot of discussion. There's going to be a lot of understanding among us, the political parties. And I can guarantee you here, mark my word, that the political parties are going to come out to unitedly adopt a particular candidate. At the end of the among some of these political parties.
How many political parties?
We're about 13 of us.
So you will merge, or you will...
We are not going to merge. It's not going to be.
Merger is almost impossible
it's out of it now.
So, but you will coalesce.
Yes.
And line up behind one political party.
One at the end of the day. We are looking at that option.
Which candidate is this?
We are looking at that option. We are going to announce that in a few days to come. Okay. And Nigeria, we are going to surprise Nigerians with that. A lot is going on.
What are the parties you are looking to align with?
Well,
what are the options?
Including my party Action Alliance. And my presidential candidate, Hamza Mustafa. We are talking about also somebody like Atiku Abubakar, P2B, Kwankwaso, these are men, these are people that can turn things around in this country. And we believe with the level of discussion that is going on, things will change within the few days to come.
Beyond this injunction, what are your next steps?
Well, our next steps, beyond this injunction, is wait, we have been able to achieve this. So come 10th, it remains sacrosanct. The next thing is for us to wait wherever they are going to come from, particularly the APC, as a party. So we are waiting and to see what we are going to do. And I believe that with the strategy we have adopted and what we have to do, which is which is a kind of secret for now, we're going to release it to Nigeria maybe in the next coming week, and Nigerians will be better off it.
Kenatunde, thank you so much indeed. One of the political party leaders who went to court to get an injunction and said they will boycott the election should there be any suspension of the CBN policy. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.